What's that name we got?
E to the S.
No,
that's not a name.
No, what's the name we called
No,
earlier?
that's not a name.
The E word with the Esther.
That's not a
Come on,
name.
remember, let's remember.
No, what's that?
No,
X-rated Esther.
X-rated Esther.
No, that's not a name.
But you really want to deep down and go into some some topics. What
I'm
the viewers
curious.
want to hear, because I'm getting requests on a weekly from this thing started. Some things what they want to hear about, and I know Esther wants to talk about them, but
no, don't do that.
This has to
don't
be a balanced argument.
Hold on.
You know what I mean?
Don't do that.
No,
Don't
I'm
say
doing
it's
it.
like
I'm doing it. I'm
it's
doing
me.
Welcome back to another episode of the Random Podcast Show. Randomly speaking, Rudie Rich with the one and only. Introduce yourself, ladies.
It's always the one and only Be True Paris.
And Asherpreneur.
Asherpreneur, you Be True Paris, yeah. Once again. How's it been, ladies? How's it been?
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. Not too bad.
Mm.
Been good.
It's been okay. I actually had my birthday this week.
Yes, happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
Happy birthday.
Can't even the effects. Yes.
So how young were you?
41.
21.
21.
And you don't look a day over 21, do you?
Yeah, not a day. Feel it, especially in them knees. But yeah.
Okay. And your birthday's coming up as well, Asher, isn't it?
Yes. Next month.
It's about this time next month, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, around.
Oh.
Just pull out them infamous birthday barbecues. No pressure.
Pressure.
Okay.
I must say I was guilty of that as well.
Yeah.
I did.
All right. Solon, what star sign
When's
are
your
you?
birthday?
Oh, September. So,
You're September.
so July.
I'm July.
August, September. So that means there's 3 parties then. So first one's your party.
My party. When we having it?
Tonight.
Yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. Party, after party. After party.
After party.
But she's going home to rest up. What do you mean about you resting up?
You didn't hear the age? 21.
You're not
said
working
you
in the
didn't hear
morning,
the
are you?
age.
You're not working in the morning?
No, I've got 90s Festival tomorrow.
That's still going on? Yeah. I played at that once at Ministry of Sound.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ministry. Yeah, they did used to do it. Nelson, innit?
Huh?
Wasn't it Trevor Nelson's thing?
I don't know whose thing it was. You know what
Back
I mean?
to the 90s.
I'm talking
sure that was
years
his.
ago. I'm talking
Yeah.
like 15 years ago. Okay, where is it? Where is it tomorrow?
Croydon, something park.
Okay, I think that's the same part. They had in Croydon last week. They had Elephant Man and was it not Shensia?
Jada Kingdom.
Jada Kingdom. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, last
Was that last week? Did you go?
Last Sunday. No.
Addington Park or something.
Addington.
Yes,
Park.
I think that's the name.
Yeah.
But I'm not too sure.
Big time
Passenger
raver, you know.
Princess. Please.
Right, so Bristol Carnival. What else? Glastonbury. Did you do Glastonbury?
Do you know what? I would
Don't
like
appeal
to
to me.
express. I would like to experience Glastonbury, but I would not want to camp. I would have to go in them RVs that look like mini hotels on wheels, or I would have to be in the glamping pods or them little 5-star
Yeah, I do the glamping.
TP pod
Right,
things. But the money.
Hold
you
on.
put down
You say
for-
glamping. Do you know how much they were charging for the glamping flying in a
Listen,
helicopter?
have you know what they?
26 grand.
What? To fly on
VIP
helicopter? Oh,
experience.
I can imagine.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
Nice.
No,
That's all
no
them
queue
celebrities.
jump and everything. Just
Yeah.
helicopter in.
straight
Got the
into a
full
camp.
experience. Yeah.
That's wicked.
20 odd grand.
He knows what he's doing then.
That
They know
would be
what they're
me
doing.
in
the organisers,
2030.
don't they? But if you're going to offer an
2030
luxury
girls.
experience,
2030. That'll be us.
yeah.
And Henley Regattas now, isn't it?
Oh, I'm going to that.
No, just finishing, isn't it?
Well, I'm going to Henley Festival.
Oh, rewind.
Diana Ross.
Rewind. Yeah. Oh, there's another one down in Henley, a reggae one. Reggae in the River. That's
yellow and
July the
orange?
20-something.
Yellow and orange flyer.
Huh?
It's a flyer.
Yeah, I keep seeing it.
I keep seeing that. I did read
I took
reggae
a
and
picture.
something, but I didn't know what it was.
I took a picture when I was driving past the other day, actually. Yeah. But, yeah, big festival going, isn't it?
That time.
Yeah, especially at the moment when the sun is out. I know tomorrow's going to be crappy weather, but recently I must say I've been very, very happy with the weather.
Yeah,
this is
straight up.
my kind of temperatures. Let's catch that vitamin D that we've been lacking for 364 days of the year.
One day. You can't say that. We've had a good 2 weeks.
Yeah, but for the last few years, we've had shitty summers,
Yeah,
like
that's
god
true.
awful summers.
Yeah.
This is like apart from lockdown.
2020. That's what I was just about to
say.
say. Back in 2020, that's the last one that to me is relatively well.
Massively, because I've got
was in my
pictures in
garden.
April where it was sunshine and I'm out in sunglasses and boob tube and them things.
Yeah,
April.
full bikini. I was out.
And April's known as April showers.
Yeah,
it
yeah,
literally
true.
is that.
Yeah.
But
You're right, you know.
yeah, so
was-
like
it was hot,
we've
isn't it?
had some nice weather, and you got to think even in April was considerably dry this year, very dry.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, that's
Like this is usually the wettest season. April going into May, June is a bit ooh, and then July.
Carnival's usually wet day. The
Yeah.
end of May.
yeah.
And then July, you know, you either got nice weather or it's rainy and cloudy.
hit or miss.
Very
In
much.
August,
so.
you have that
Yeah.
big sunshine.
Then it'll be like August, September, October. You'll have like mad kind of heat waves now and then.
But this heat wave was different, you know. About a couple of nights ago, it was.
Wait, I sat with my window
yeah.
open, a fan on.
Yes.
I ain't even got a fan.
Get one. Invest.
I
you,
must do.
worth it.
I do
I had
actually.
a fan on for about last 2-3 nights.
Is
But
it?
know what I mean?
I've
Window
lived in
wide
my
open.
property for nearly 10 years and I have, because the
don't
way
have a
it's
fan.
situated, I'm always in the shade. Like all the other buildings kind of
Okay.
cover me. So my buildings, my flat is always really cool. And so like, I've never really even thought about a fan because it's calm, isn't it? Like we're good. This last week and especially this week, I even had to on I think it was like Tuesday night, could not sleep at all to the point of where I had to get my manual fan, and I thought, well, if I've got to do this, I'm
What
not
do you mean?
sleeping tonight.
Like what you have to
Yeah, to fan it
What, the
myself,
actual...
just to get air because there was no breeze.
Yeah.
There was no breeze.
Yeah.
And considering I live in the shade, there was not even a tunnel breeze, nothing.
Yeah.
And so that was the worst night, Tuesday night. There was no air whatsoever.
I don't get why it's so hot. Like even at my yard, it's like a sun trap because unless the front door and back door's open, just to let it, I have to do that, breeze it out for
let
like
it run through.
half an hour, let it run through,
Yeah.
and it's still hot.
Yeah. But I was
Is it?
watching some TikToks and that, and these people, they're all foreign people, not from the UK. They're like, oh my God, I'm from China. It's 42 degrees there, standardly every day. And I'm in this UK heat and I can't stand it. The UK sun is just different. There was a Jamaican man as well, and he said, why is this UK? Like all of them, they was all saying the same thing. So obviously it's different.
It is
From
different.
islands and other countries in that.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because we only get short spats. It's intense.
Yeah.
It just feels like you're boiling over.
It does. It's a humid, dry heat that's just no air. And they used to say it was the pollution, but I don't know what would be the cause of it now. Maybe because we live in a bowl. That is so, I don't know, trapped. Because that's what it is. You know, if you're sat in a car and it's hot, have you ever got in, like, I've got a black car.
Leather seats.
When I've got no fabric, thank God.
You got leather seats.
But when you get the last specialty of things at work, there's not really a lot of shade. So when I don't really drive about at lunch. So from 8 o'clock in the morning till about 6 o'clock at night, my car is just sat in that heat. So when I'm now getting in it,
You don't park your car in the shade.
there's
You
no
need one of those
shade. There's not
shade
really any
things.
shade. So
Wow.
you got to get there with the 7 a.m. people to try and get them shady spots, but it's not for me,
Who's doing that?
you know?
So you got AC.
No.
What, in the office?
Oh, in the office.
Oh, in the car.
Yeah, but in the
Sorry,
car,
I thought
no.
you meant in the office.
No, in the car, no.
Do you
The
have
windows.
AC? Your car's got AC.
It don't
don't
work
use
good.
it.
I don't really use it. I bust a window. I need breeze.
I mean, yeah, window. That's
That's
My
my
Actual
AC,
AC.
I don't even know if mine's AC or whatever, but old man. But yeah, it's wicked though without it. So
You've got to just sit there with the car door open for a few minutes. Let that heat escape.
roll out.
Yeah. Because it's just been trapped in there for God knows how many hours. And it's just like, wow. Just uncomfortable. And not too long ago, oh my gosh, I went to go into town after work and I had a cream dress on. Now, I'm not a person that really sweats. I know that sounds crazy, but I don't. I don't really sweat.
I never used to.
Actually, that is more of a correction of what I should say. I never used to sweat at all. Now, boy, it's different. But I had this cream or beige dress on and I drove from Thiel over to town centre. Now, I didn't feel like I was drenched through, but by the time I got into town and I got out the car, my dress, big sweat patch. I was like, oh my gosh, I had to try and maneuver through Broad Street Mall into the bathroom and dry that via the air dryer because I was just like, no, really?
Been there.
Like, but that heat, that just
Yeah.
it's just different.
I had the same similar.
And that's never happened to me while I'm on holiday, and I wear all kinds of colours.
Yeah.
It's
Never
true,
happens when I'm on holiday.
Yeah, you're right. It's more. Cause in the summer, every year when I'm in and out doing jobs in the summer, I just walk with like 2-3 t-shirts on a Saturday when I'm out doing multiple different things. And by 11 o'clock, I just fling off that, put on another one because I'm out all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I get it.
But you're right though. On holiday, you wouldn't trench through.
You don't trench through like that.
Yeah. Wow.
Like Morocco had to have been my hottest holiday that I've been on so far. Morocco heat. That was just, you moved and it was just like, wow, I'm hot.
But
it was different heat and I didn't sweat like that.
Holiday heat though, innit? You're by the beach, innit? You got breeze. You're in a city here, yeah. You know?
Yeah, Morocco City. We were in Marrakesh.
I've never been to Morocco, so I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, it's like inner city heat. There's like pool. That's it. No beach. I'm sure we could have travelled. Excuse me. But yeah, and that was hotter than Jamaica and definitely hotter than Mexico. Morocco. That was.
So you don't want to go to Gambia with the cockroaches?
No, I mean
no disrespect to my Gambian brothers and sisters. I love the place, but yeah.
Yeah, me.
Gambia
Do you know? I
is
can't
different.
even say that because obviously you do the West
you
Indies and they got cockroaches and things. But
I got some midday heat out there, man.
Oh, okay.
I remember touching a door handle, right? Metal door handle, and it bun off
On
my
your
hand.
hand.
So,
yeah. And the worst thing is, like, I do love it. I do, but as long as I can sit in it, not have to do anything. If I can just sit and sunbathe in it, dip in a pool, come out, dry off,
have the luxury of the...
then I can be in that all day. I know it's not healthy, but it's enjoyable. I like to feel the skin just prickle just slightly.
Prickle.
Just slightly.
Where are you, Asher, then? You and the heat.
Absorb that
I
mentally.
like the heat.
Yeah, can you manage
man.
it?
Of course, I'm born in August. I'm standing like I'm such an
They say that, innit? Summer babies.
Yeah, I love the heat.
I love the heat as well.
Yeah,
I do love it. I just say, like you said, Esther, the sweating thing. I don't like the whole heap of sweat patch and the clothes. But apart from that, I can handle the heat.
But I'm
It's when we went
getting
Ascot.
older, it's like it's a thing for me anyway. So I have to take into account what I'm putting on in order for how I'm going to perspirate and where I'm going. And
I
it's
was
different now.
just saying that because obviously we're used to the British weather and you can't predict it and everything else. So I went to Ascot as well and I bought a dress that's, it's quite thick. I didn't expect it to be the thick material that it was, but it was thick. But I thought nothing of it when it arrived because it was a good few months before the actual date. When obviously this heat wave hit, I thought I was dying. The worst thing is because it was one sleeve, back sleeve, but this arm was out, but it was long. It was long to the ground, but
heavy.
it was heavy. and there was just no air circulating around my body, and I just felt like I wasn't miserable moaning about it, but it was just like, my gosh, this is hot.
Internal uncomfortability.
And then I looked at the security people at Ascot that were fully suited and booted.
Mm-hmm.
And not only were they suited and booted, I'm talking tie, shirt, jacket, trousers.
3-piece.
And then they had the big metal steel cap boots on and all of that. I had to ask one of them, I was like, you must be so uncomfortable. You must be so uncomfortable. Like, how is that? And it's amazing that I think even those prestigious kind of places, and I understand that you want to keep it a certain caliber and a certain dress code, but then this is open heat. There's no shade unless you...
That isn't really prepared for
That's
things like
very
that.
true.
We aren't prepared, like...
That is very true.
And because we only have it in short stints, we're never, ever really going to be prepared. So
Yeah.
with Ascot, they can try and guarantee a nice hot day, comfortability for a good, like, June day, but they ain't expecting 30 plus degree heat. We're in the UK.
I don't
You know what I
know.
mean? So it's so random, like, not random, but we don't have it enough to be
It's
like...
not enough,
We
yeah.
know definitely from that time to that time, there's a possibility. When I got in my car the other day, it said 36 degrees. Hello? But it's only because I was in... But we're in the UK. 36 degrees. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then when it came... I think it's just because of the car set the thermometer. But then when it came down, it was sort of still over like 33 or something.
Yeah.
I don't feel I've ever felt that warm here.
Especially in the
I
evenings.
saw 34 and 35.
See, you
but
see-
my vehicle, when I get in it, it's always, when I check my phone, my car is 2 degrees more.
More, because it's enclosed heat.
Because it
So I
encloses
feel...
to what is
Yeah.
outdoors,
Yeah.
approximately, yeah. But
Yeah. So when I saw the 36, I was like, what?
Mm.
Yeah. We
it would-
weren't prepared for that.
We're not. We're really not. And it just was just like how you would think though on the day, you know what kind of temperature it is, tell your staff, hydrate, get in the shade, take off your suit jackets. Like,
Yeah.
but
As long as they stay hydrated, though, that's the main thing.
Yeah, yeah.
That's all the company's going to really worry about, isn't it? Making sure they're hydrated.
that's true.
Seriously, I got in a car the other day with AC, working AC. Honestly, I felt like...
Really? I don't know if I like AC.
I hate AC.
I don't
Yeah.
like AC,
I
but
hate
in this
AC.
heat, I appreciated it, honestly.
I do in
feel like
short
you're gonna give me cause.
bursts. Like if
Yeah,
I
used to, yeah. Crack the throat
Yeah.
and all kind of different, like, you know what I mean?
not when you think about it, it's recycled air.
Yeah. True.
And that goes to a
In your
drum
face.
of droplet
Sorry.
water.
Not allowed.
Do you know what I mean? Like that water has to be treated and looked after and stuff like that. If not, you can get really sick
yeah,
from
yeah.
air conditioning.
Yeah.
I don't think people understand that.
Is that where you get? Is it Legionnaires?
Legionnaire's disease, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Once that gets in your lungs, you're finished.
Yeah, I think I know somebody breathing a lung condition, but it was mad because we was talking about it just yesterday, and they were saying like they think they originally started from having like working under a bad air conditioning unit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of their old jobs, and if this is like just thinking back like how they she was being all like that, and now that it's resulted into something a little bit more serious. Yeah,
And I find
like,
with the
wow.
younger generation as well, they'd rather put on air conditioning than open a window.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I hadn't noticed that.
Yeah, far. They would rather open a window than take the open the window and take. off
But that's
the
just
jumper
their
and-
natural laziness.
Yeah.
They don't think to like. Clip. It's technology, and it's sort of thing like it's a button to push.
It's a button.
rather than to. That's already too much effort.
Too manual.
Yeah,
Too manual for them.
Oh
my god, that's so 1996.
Yeah,
Now we just do
yeah.
finger
That's
strain.
what it is.
That's
Finger
what they'll
strain.
get, finger
I want
strain.
me to press the button. Really?
Like, I remember when people used to moan about loading the dishwasher. Like, oh, I've got to load the dishwasher. When me and Louise used to have to sit there and wash dishes and this, that. I couldn't even imagine now what these kids even loading the dishwasher. Like, they're so used to tech.
I remember, like at work, in one of my working environments, was said something about a dishwasher. And I said, "Oh, my dishwasher's probably at least like my 10-year-old, my 12-year-old. That's my dishwasher." Like, oh, I was like, "Well, I'm, you know what I mean, teaching her life skills. I can't do anything.
Wash up.
She's got to wash up."
What's gonna
Yeah.
what's gonna clean up after you? But the problem is, and I will say this to all these parents out there, you know who you are. that you need to stop doing that with your kids, because one pattern I've noticed where my daughter's now, preparing to go to university, and you've got a few people that kids go to university, is that you have these children that are going to university, and obviously furthering your education is a brilliant, wonderful thing, but they're also in a very independent environment when they're not prepared at all for that level of independency. And so they make the living environment very, very difficult for their fellow peers, because they have no clue how to clean up after themselves, or think they should have to clean up after themselves. And they make other people live in their swallow. And realistically, it's the parents' faults. It's your lot's faults. It's you parents' faults that believe, I do this because if I don't do it, then they don't do it. Again, that's down to how you have.
It's a life school, though.
But do you know what I mean? Like, if you've not good your people like, oh, kids should be kids and running around. Yes, of course they are. But at the same time, I never understand when people use that as an excuse to not making kids do chores or have some sort of responsibility. Because what age do you think by letting them run around and having fun and key, and then when they hit 16, 17 and go, right, take out the bins, they're going to go, oh, yes, sir, yes, ma'am, I'm going to go take out those bins immediately.
But it all starts from as well, when they're small, tidy up your toys.
Yeah.
Things like that, innit? That's how you start to install that in them. But some people will, I'll tidy up after them. No, that's their we know how we would do it. But
exactly. Do you remember in school when people would say like, oh, my mum tidies my room? What? Really? My mum makes my bed.
Really?
My mum does this. My mum, I was having a conversation with someone
the
other day who's I think he's 19, 20, and his parents do everything for him. And this is someone who works full time, and and everything is done from him. I'm talking everything, so even down to the point of where she will buy his clothes.
When he goes to live independently, he can't. God forbid anything happen to those parents, because that's what I always say to my kids. Anything happen to me, you got to be able to fend for yourselves in some sort of way, or have a clue at something. Because I'm not going to be here forever. You know what I mean?
But and this is the problem when they then go university, because they are then thrown into a position where they have to live independently and they have no clue how to do it. So now they're sharing quarters with other people and making those other people live in swallow, because you have no clue or concept of how to tidy up after yourself, or keep keep your area clean, or even your body clean, or hygiene in that, because you don't have your mum saying, oh babes, you smell, go get in the bath. So you just don't.
But those experiences there is when you'll learn, because if somebody has to tell you outside of your home that you stink, or that, just talking on a hygiene thing, that should be enough for you to check yourself to know. Ooh.
Do you know what?
But then again,
funny you saying that.
Over certain people.
That is our generation of thinking, because I think that was, and again, no, I'll be deadly honest, because I had a conversation with, I won't I had a conversation with a 19 and a 25-year-old where we were trying to say, it was me and someone else around the roughly same age as me that was trying to have a conversation with them, saying, would you rather a stranger tell you something negative, or would you rather a family member tell you? Like, at the end of the day, same way, like if we were talking to our parents and we ain't brushed our teeth, stop talking to me, your breath stinks, go brush your teeth. And we're like, okay, my breath stinks, I need to go and brush my teeth. And we would feel no way about it. But in their argument, they're saying that it's more hurtful to come from someone close to them than it would be for a stranger to tell them. They would, because if a stranger tells them, if a stranger tells them,
we got both got look at our faces.
But it has to be a generational thing, because their point of view was, if a stranger tells them, they're not bothered. It's a stranger. Who are you? They can shut it down or whatever. But when someone close to you would say that, that's hurtful. You're being hurtful.
Right.
Whereas go on. Sorry.
My response to that then would be, would you rather me tell you than somebody out there. And okay, you said no, but I'm giving you the real, innit?
Yeah.
They're going to give you a surface. So let me tell you, I'm telling you, it is this, this, and this.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Somebody out there shouldn't be able to tell you that. Me telling you it is the right way.
Yeah,
Right.
You
should
should
Again,
tell them that's it.
nobody.
You should
That's about
have
it.
to get out of road for
Yeah,
somebody
you
to be able
should-
to.
Because in our
Yeah.
head, why would you want a stranger to
Tell
not
you
only
that.
just
That's
disrespect you, but
embarrassing.
have that point of view of you? But they don't look at it as they look at it as, well, that's a stranger. I don't give a crap what they think. Like, move on. Like, you're nobody to me. But for someone close to them to say it is hurtful. Like, why do you want to hurt their feelings? Whereas we grew up with, you know, like even down to the point of like, you might have someone that turn around and, oh, you get fat. You put on weight.
Oh, no, but
Like, do you know what I mean? But we had it direct because obviously going upwards, they obviously had it direct.
Yeah.
So it's now gone a bit lower than us where we can't do that. We can't do that because that is
But
perceived
if someone
as
said like
hurtful.
you get fat or whatever, in a way, it's not in a bad way.
We know it's not a bad way. We know you're not a thing because you're the one feeding
Rest
us.
of you in the
I
Caribbean,
get fat
they're gonna
because of
say-
your
Yeah,
in the
food.
Caribbean,
They just
it's
play it out,
Yeah.
and it's not
Yeah.
offensive.
No,
They're just
it's a
telling
good
you,
thing to an extent.
you know,
Right.
Yeah.
And
So-
and even if it did not hurt, as in like, oh, I'm going to go in the corner and rock myself, like, you know, crying or anything else like that. It made you check yourself, like, you know what I mean? You did catch yourself cupping your hand in your mouth and, you know, is it like, do you know what I mean? Or you did have to go and brush your teeth because they were the parents to be like, let me smell your breath. And your breath had to smell minty fresh, whereas I don't know, like the generational thing of it now
It's
is
just too much effort for some people.
It's
It shouldn't be, but maybe it's just too much effort. Because they also go back and forth with you a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff. Like, all right, then let somebody else take you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
To a certain
yeah,
extent.
and see how it goes down in that kind of sense. Because when the problem with family telling you, they're only going to go so far by saying it. Do you know what I mean? We're not going to go down into the
But it should be
dungeons
enough.
and
It
pulling
should
out
also be enough.
hurtful
Yeah.
terms.
But
A stranger, they could turn around and make you the biggest joke in the room for being it. Do you know what I mean? They could turn around and make it be mean, whereas we're going to have a one-on-one conversation. But when you leave that risk for a stranger to tell you, you don't know how they're going to tell
And you
you.
don't know how that's really going to feel
Yeah.
in that moment.
And I'm sure that's going to feel a lot worse than me going, you brush your teeth this morning?
So what about like people who's never left home? I mean, in the UK, not like, you know, abroad, where people live
Living in parents until big ages.
Yeah, dealing in the 30s and 40s, and
Yeah, they have their own issues.
do you think that's like psychological? Why would someone
Because
not what they call it, leave the roost? What's
Yeah.
what's the word they say?
don't get it twisted. There's always that
Fly the nest. Fly the nest.
fly the nest.
Fly the
Yeah.
nest. Yeah. Is it a case of like where, you know, if you're sort of living at home with your mom to a big age and whatnot, and you never wash the clothes or nothing like that at big 30 odd or whatever, would you probably not? You would
I
probably
know
don't
I
want
wouldn't date that
responsibility.
person.
I wouldn't want to date that person.
I wouldn't date that person.
No
Personally, I
way.
wouldn't. If I've met
Sexy.
someone and they're telling me they're, I don't know, even 38, and then
They're
they
still
live
at
at
home.
home,
What's the limit then? What
it
did
would
you
be
say?
different.
Man or
If
woman?
do you know what? It would depend on the circumstances.
Yeah, if-
Don't
if
like
you've
get
been
twisted.
uni or something for
No,
4
no,
years
no,
and you come
no.
back, that's
Not even
different.
that. Not even that.
Yeah.
I would only because my only acceptance is if it's a
35
case of
plus.
you aren't living with your parents are living with you. That I would accept. Because that's still your level of independence and you're still looking after your parents. That's fine. That's no problem. Not disrespect. But if you, as a 30-plus-year-old someone, are fully living with your parents, i.e.
Under your parents.
under
as
your
well.
parents, they are the ones that are paying the mortgage, rent, providing. You know, you're not even paying rent. They're still cooking you a food. Or
That's all still.
like,
Sorry
no.
to cut you. It's like to me, it screams like an insecurity that you don't want to be independent because
Yeah.
life is about being independent.
Independent.
In some ways of you can't be up underneath them all the time, and that's the part as parents that we wait for. Although we don't want our kids to leave home or fly, but that's what you have them for. You want them to see where they're going to go and excel in life and they can't do that under your roof at 38 years old.
Right.
It's not going to happen.
Or you're that person that's disrespectful. You're just trying to me you bringing different girls back to your parents' yard. Like,
Nah.
Like,
At
it's
38,
an
I
ick.
don't
I
think
can't
that
lie.
you'd be doing that.
It's a nick.
I don't think at 38 you'd be doing that.
All right, what about
Well,
like?
then what would
you'd
your love life look like if you're fully 38 and you're living with your parents out of choice?
Wouldn't you think it's a bit meddling then from the parents? Then they must be up in your.
Yeah, and
because you're always going to be seen as that child. They're always going to look at you as that child, especially if they're looking after you like that child.
I just think at 30, I don't know, at 38, you're not going to be bringing girls home, women home, like that to your parents' house. I just can't see it. I just feel like at 38, if you are there, then you've got a lot of money stacked, hopefully. You've got something else going on in life. That's just the hub. And you're dating and taking them out and having hotels. Not saying, because you're not looking for anything serious because you live at home.
True.
Do you know what I mean? You can't be looking for anything
serious.
You're not trying to build on nothing because you're still living in your house.
I think the reality is though, there's probably a lot of people in that situation at that age what are living at home.
Maybe, and there's also the financial element of
it's
it.
different if you're trying to save.
But there must be a good amount of people who's never left.
Yeah. Like there's a lot of subcategories to this because if you're literally trying to save for a house and a mortgage, and I get it now. But if you're comfortable at home, not looking to move nowhere, if they ain't kicking you out and you ain't having to be kicked out and your legs are cotched up and you, do you know what I mean? Then that is a red flag in my opinion.
Definitely. But at 38, still living at home, I just don't think.
That's just not even attractive.
No,
it doesn't matter how good looking you are. It's not appealing.
And also, it's not something that at 38 you're going to be putting out there.
Yeah,
that's what I say.
Well,
I don't know, but I just can't see, man. Yeah, I live at home with my mum still. Yeah, you're gonna come to. That's not.
No, they're gonna be like, "Oh, you coming to my yard?" And then you'll be like, "Oh, this." And then they're like,
"No way, not at that big age there."
I suppose when that man or woman really finds the one what they want, then they'll probably start thinking about like, you know what? Properly. Yeah, I want my own place now because they're in love or whatever, you know. Yeah. But
that's what I mean. If you're saving, if you're stacking,
suppose they ain't got the saving element. Then suppose they're unemployed or.
Then no. If you're unemployed and living at home at 38,
what do you think your future looks like?
There's no future. There's not even a hello.
Don't you think there's a lot of that happening? Like there must be. It's not
depending
like
on what your circumstances.
One or two people in England living like that. There's thousands of people living like that.
Yeah.
What, with no job?
There has to be. Look how much people there is. It's not like it's going to be like, oh, I know this one person. This is happening a lot. It has to be.
There has to be reason and circumstances behind it.
Well, I don't know. You know, there's people ready for their pension and they're still signing on. You know, there's.
I mean, I get, like I said, with circumstances, I fully understand if there's a circumstance as to why you're living at home. That's a circumstance. But like I said, this is just purely under the notion of you're 38, you live at home, you have no inkling to leave, you're happy for your parents to still be supporting you in whatever way. Mm-hmm. And what I mean by that is they do a food shop, you don't contribute, they're paying all the bills still, they're not. You're not contributing, like all of that sort of stuff. So, like, yeah. If you're hitting that kind of category, like if you're still living at home and whatever else, but you're turning around and you're saying, "Well, listen, I actually pay the mortgage of the house and I look after my mum and dad, and yeah, you know, I built them this, and I've helped fit the gutter, and you're." Doing stuff again, I would look at that as you're looking after. That's progression. Yeah, because you're still being independent, you're still taking responsibility, you're still showing all of that doesn't come under this category because you're still doing independent stuff. It just happens to be on your parents' yard. Yeah. But if you're literally not working at home, scrounging, and I will say scrounging off your parents.
With regards to relationships, you shouldn't be looking for one because you're going to take up with you. If that's your situation. Really and truly,
because those kind of people,
for a single mum, not to put the stereotype out there, live in a yard, blah, blah, blah. You know how really
you're gonna go from your bedroom
get out of
into your baby mother's yard.
Well,
at about 30,
like people who's like guys probably women as well, they've never independently lived on their own. They've always, when they left home, they've lived with women, with a partner.
Yep.
And then
Yep.
from that mashed up or broke down for whatever reason, or, you know,
ended up going
moved
back to
away, come back, then they moved. They've never lived on their own. So when you think about, you know, being in your 30s, even 30s, I was going to say 40s, 30s, say 40s, 50s even. There's people who's never had a place of their own.
And had that independence.
And then that...
So I get where you're going
with
this.
So that leads to toxic situations, because they run back to, you know, if there's a relationship breakdown, they, you know, they
go
always
from
run back
parents' house to baby
different.
mother, parents' house to girlfriend, parents' house to another girlfriend.
To have your own place, to pushing your own key, that should be the objective. But because you've lost that with the woman, it's like nobody really fends to try and get that for themselves. It's always like, from what I know, it's onto another relationship or back to the base, which would be a parent's house or auntie. Live with that sort of stuff.
What I usually see in that situation is like people tend to run back to the failed relationship because,
I agree.
You know,
somewhere to stay.
You're back on the couch at home or with a friend for a couple of weeks,
and that's better than pick up with. Was it better the devil you know sometimes?
Yeah, because you're scratching your head. You're gonna have to like, hold on, find a place of yourself. Or you're gonna think you're in that situation. You think, hold on. So I'm gonna have to wash my own clothes. I'm gonna have to do my own shopping. I'm gonna have
to pay my own bills.
It's dynamics what they've never done
before,
on their own. Yeah. Not saying they don't do it in the relationship or
go and seek getting a property of their own
afterwards.
Even that process there is anal to them because they've always moved in or lived with somebody, or it's not right. I'm gonna go and do you know what I mean? It's sometimes easy to just take back toxicity. Yeah.
But we say it's toxicity. It could really literally just not exist in their caliber. Like it's if they've never had to, they might have experienced hardship in their life, like, you know, growing up may not have been easy or whatever the situation is. But the fact that you wanted to carry and continue on that pattern, and not want to bear it yourself. Like you hear men talk about, I never want to be put in a position by no woman where they do this, that, and the next. And it's just like, but then in the same breath, you're not doing anything to make sure you never be put back in that position. Because from the time it happens, like I've known someone who, you know, from the time, you know, for whatever reason they got burnt, that was it. They went and got their own property, and that's what they stance on. Like, it doesn't matter whether they're in a relationship or not. They've got their own property to go back to, and then they're going to put themselves back in the situation.
And then what happens? Sorry to cut you again. When they get their own place, they realise that they can do like a dip in, dip out. But when they get their own place, they won't ever leave that own place.
Yeah,
they always got that own place. So then, in that respect, how does your relationship work? Because now you living over there. And I'm over here. We're in separate spaces.
I think it works perfectly because then, in the sense of through their experiences, no. Let me land. Because you got to think everyone has their experiences in a relationship, where they take away little chips of them that has been hurt and it gets replaced. I'm a firm believer in King Sui, innit? Like you're not broken, you're just put back together in a different way. So. When you have someone that has been in that situation, they have their own place, and then you're in a relationship where they've had their own experience, where they're their own kind of King Sui. If you two can make that relationship work, it is a case of where you would then, if your relationship is going to prosper, there has to be a point of where you can have that mature conversation, and you're both having to be vulnerable at the same time by going to find a different place together.
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
50-50, let's put that shit down, let's write this is a contract, blah, 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 blah. You want it to work, you hope that it will work, and you know that's
how
the desire,
you build together, but
that's how you build. And if it doesn't, you go back on your separate way with what you came in with, whatever deposits, whatever rent was paid to equally, you split that shit down the middle until you can get to a point of where, but that's where the maturity have to come into it, of where like, nowadays you have, and sorry, I can only go by my own experiences, but what happens nowadays is, you know, whether you know, they were dating each other when they still lived in parents' house. Then she got pregnant. She got her own place. He's moved in with her. That's where they've lived for 5 years. Now they've split up. Where's he going? Because that's her yard. Because she never declared him on the council tax or whatever, because they wanted the housing benefit and all of that. But that's how it goes.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So now he's a ghost. He doesn't exist in any kind of way. So he can't now go counsel and go, hey, I'm homeless because I was living with my girlfriend who actually didn't claim for me for the last, because then he's getting her in trouble. So
prior to that, he was living at home.
So prior to that, so hopefully he can go back home. But, you know, life was living. And we all know life don't stop just because you made your decision.
At that stage, after 5 years into the relationship and whatnot,
they'll make it work.
They'll make it
realistically,
work.
he should have developed himself, and he should be working.
But that's what I mean.
And got a little something
growth
because
that time.
growth. That's exactly it.
But a majority of the time they don't. It will be exactly what we said. She goes, oh shit, I ain't got nowhere to go. Or do you know what? It sucks living back at mum's because now I can't do this, can't do that, can't do the next. I'm going to go back.
At these kind of ages, it only takes a few months. If you really shit hits the fan, it only takes a few months to try and start rebuild. And
only
to be
if you're
honest,
dedicated. You say it takes
if you're
a few.
Dedicated, you know what you can do in 2 years.
Sacrifice. We can't even say But again,
so
we make it sound
anybody
easy.
Can do it. Anybody can do it.
But the thing is, we're making it sound easy. It's not. It's not that it's not. It is, but it takes
it's just as easy
a huge
to sit
amount
and
of
slay around as a bum,
and that's what they choose to do.
Something to do.
Yeah, that's what they choose to do.
If you want to go to the gym, you'll find time to go to the gym. Everything is doable. It's whether you think it's important or not.
What you prioritize.
Yeah, and that's what you
prioritize, because it would be a case of if you know that in 2.5 years you can at least get a deposit last month and whatever rent together in 2 years, but you've got to abide by whatever rules your parents might have or whatever. Then do you know what I mean? And you got to sacrifice going out with the boys or girls and doing this, and maybe you can't go on the lads' holiday because you got to put down and save. But no, so that's not the mentality anymore.
If you been at your age now, and say you were single,
I am.
Right, and
let's not say it like there's people watching. Like,
there's this fine young gentleman, or just a fine gentleman who you like, and you think, he's a bit of all right, but he lives at home and everything easier in your eyes. He's the person, you've got starry eyes from him, whatnot. What would you know?
Wait, say the scenario again. So there's a guy that I've met, we've spoken, he's amazing, I like him, I'm starry-eyed, and then he goes, I live at home with my parents. I've now said, under what circumstances,
and he's told you the circumstance, what we just talked about.
Which one? Which circumstance?
He just lives at home, he's always lived at home, but you really like him. Hold on, wouldn't you try and...
No.
What is the one thing you would tell him if you rated that person to...
Why do you still live at home with your parents?
Why?
If he just turned around and was just, I've just never moved out. Yeah, but why?
If you and him got on so well.
Yeah, but why? My brain ticks too much. Yeah, why? Because instantly, to me, as a person, you got to think, my brain is wired differently. I've been very single for a very long time. I'm independent. I've had to do a lot of things on my own. I was raised that way. Like, there was no one to pick up my towel if it dropped off the floor. Do you know what I mean? The only one picking it up is me.
Well, I think most people in life, there's nobody to do.
Right.
Should be doing
so if you've just chosen to live at home and there's no said, like, if you're looking after your parents, different. If you're paying the mortgage, different. If you're contributing to the repairs of the house and blah, 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 and it was too expensive for me to live on my own, plus help build my mum and dad's house, then I fully understand that. If you're coming with that, it's just that you wanted to live there and you have no reason to leave.
He wanted to. It's
no, it is a one. It is a one.
He didn't know any different. It's a one. His mother took care of him all the way along.
Exactly.
And
when he could fly the nest, he chose not to. So he wanted to stay.
Yeah.
If that is the circumstances, this man could often... No, I don't want to come across as arrogant, but my right.
There we go.
That would be my worry, and not only that, you will come from your mother's tit and expect to then come suckle on mine in the wrong kind of way. No, there is no milk in these titties for you.
And then when it mash up, It's
You know
the same
what I mean?
cycle.
Like there is no
Same
milk
cycle.
in these titties for you. Like that's like no.
No SMA.
No, not even SMA.
No
Not
oat
even
milk.
SMA. I'm not even. Listen, if
Semi-skim.
you can't drink the same
Based
semi-skin that is in my fridge, this ain't for you. I ain't for you. Like, and if you're lactose intolerant, it's fine. There's lactose-free milk in there too. But if you trying to tell me you cannot drink from a carton, no. And if you don't get that, if you don't get that,
he would have used to
he'll be used to being pampered
to
by
do
his mother.
things.
That mother love is very different from
It's a
girlfriend
lost
love.
cause then. So once it reaches a certain age, it's a lost cause.
It's a lost cause.
You're right.
It's a lost cause unless you have a reasoning as to why you are still living at home. And like I said multiple times, if you're fixing up the yard or you're looking after them because they're sick or whatever, but you're still out there working, contributing, whatever, cool.
Yeah, that is
But if it's just a case of you're living there because they never kicked you out and you had no business leaving,
He's comfortable.
no.
He's a wasteman.
It's. I wouldn't. Even, I wouldn't.
Call
No,
it
I wouldn't call it. I wouldn't call it waste. I'm not saying you're a waste because your parents have enabled you. Yeah, your parents have enabled
It
you.
is what it is, though, isn't it?
No, there is no what it is. Your parents have enabled you, and so therefore I can understand there's been no oomph for you to want to go. Why would you want to go? No
Because
one wants
you're
to pay rent.
you're
No
40
one
years
wants to
old.
pay council tax.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you look at life, like we have to do
there comes
those.
a stage where you start
Yeah,
to fix
but
it
hold
and you
on,
say,
hold on.
Am I going to be living off of £52 a week for the next
No one.
till my pension? Or
Listen,
am I going
we
to try
all
and do
made a
something else?
decision when we became independent. We all made a decision in order to live the life of an adult and carefree and cook at 4 a.m. in the morning if I wanted to and have that thing. We understood that will come with rent. That will come with council tax.
Yeah.
That will come with electric, water, gas, all of them things there. So it has to become a balance. For us to enjoy all of this freedom on this side, it comes with this sacrifice on this side. Then people there get to enjoy all of this freedom, but they will never understand that sacrifice. And that alters your mind. Why? If we got to enjoy all our freedom, but never had to do this sacrifice, we'd all do it. But we got pushed out of home.
Yeah.
True.
We couldn't have all of that freedom that still lived in line with probably some of our parents. And do you know what I mean? So we made that choice. But for someone that's living at home, that
I didn't want to escape, but wanted to.
at times I've tried to still crawl back home.
Yeah.
And I've had to, there's been times where, especially when Ria was young, and there was times where I had to really contemplate, like I'm struggling living on my own, like I really cannot afford it. And, you know, what quality of life, you are having to think, what quality of life am I giving my kid? Because
Yeah,
right
that's
about
what I'm
now,
saying, that switch turned on. And
it switched turn, and that was the parental thing. But then it was that whole kind of, you know, a little bit selfishness, I can't lie to you, because I was like, can I really do that? Can I go back home? Because there were laws. There's laws living under my mum's rules.
Yeah.
And I've had a taste of a bit of freedom that I know I will never experience under my mum's roof.
Yeah.
And as much as, yes, the financial burden would have been greatly lifted, it was, can I, as an adult and as a mother...
situation though, you know, because other people's situation ain't like that.
But if my mum was that person that would let me run free and don't worry, you go live your life and I'll look after the baby and da-da-da. If she was that kind of, my ass would have never left home. I would have never left home. What am I leaving home for? To be in debt? I get the freedom and keep my money. Of course I'm going to do that. I would have been that same person I don't want. But I'd have been like that with my money. Look at me, bitch. Look at my holidays. Look at my car. I'd be that, but
yeah, we get it.
That weren't life. But in the same breath, now, because that's how I'm living, when you look at, especially for a female to a male, where, I mean, I spark a debate. This is which I love that. Let's go for it. So, in my opinion, me looking at a male, I want exactly that. I need my man. I need him to be my guider, my protector, my provider. And so if you're at home still being provided for, how can you then provide for me in that kind of sense? Financially, you might be able to, but I need more than just financial gain. I would need that whole kind of like affection, security, like, you know, we're off doing this, that, and the next.
If he's still living at home at 38, as we keep going back to,
what
he's never had a proper relationship.
No.
And able to support, not even support. He won't be able to please you because your bar is here and his is still down there.
Yes.
He hasn't got up to that stage yet because he's still dating girls like when he was at school, He's going out. He's probably still taking him to cinema, shit like that. Whereas
Yeah.
you'll be on, let's go away for a weekend. Oh, yeah, he can do that, but you can't go back to his house for a weekend. We can't just chill for a date weekend at home in the yard. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he already isn't.
Even down
the
to even
experience level is just not going to be there, so you wouldn't be appealing.
Yeah.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah,
And it is. There's so many factors in with it.
Move that fan wrong. I'm melting.
Oh. You need more fan?
I need more air. Can't you see I'm glowing too much? And you're giving me Ray and nephew.
The Ray, Uncle Ray.
Ray and he.
Oh,
I was going to say Pickney, but it's his nephews, isn't it?
put it right, Tessa. Not really. I'm joking.
But the thing is, right, sorry, just reading what you put on the screen. The average Briton won't move out of their parents' home for good until the age of 28. New research claims.
Tell him, my son, you better move before 28.
But if you think about it, and I have to say to the point of where it says new research claims, is because they can't move out.
Yeah, because
the cost of living is so high, they actually can't.
No, can't afford.
So it's a different abset, and I have to apologise because I suppose we have to take that concept into a point. But 28 is very different from 38.
Yeah.
38, you've had time to save.
Yeah,
but
I know sorry, I was.
But do you know what? I think it's because back in the day, you know, people were having children at like 20, 21, 22, 23. And, you know, they were getting married at those kind of ages. So, it was easy to
different generation.
That's a whole different generation. You can't now
because now you're not.
They can't do that.
You have to have a partner with the same level of job for you to be able to, not even level of job, but you have to be both making over 30k a year to be able to buy a yard.
Yeah.
There's no guarantee that your boyfriend, who might be a mechanic, he probably is making over 30k a year. But do you know what I mean? So the level of that is much different from back in the day. Your granddad worked and your nanny stayed at home.
Houses were like $2 grand.
$2 grand, $3 grand. My grandpa's bought one for
you get £100 a month.
Yeah.
So you can buy a house.
So you can't even compare it to that because it's completely
and that's
different.
why they have to say new research claims because but they're not taken into account is because the cost of living has gone up so high.
I was speaking to a young lady yesterday. I think she's 23, at least 24. She's 24, 25. She's about Lisa's age. And she was saying to me, the wage that she's on, what she's on now, she can't afford to move forward in life. She can't afford to progress. She can't afford to move out. She can't afford to buy a car. She can't afford really holidays. She still gets supported by her parents who live further away, who will just obviously support her because of
top her up and
that.
Yeah.
And she works in a corporate job. Do you know what I mean? So where she's like, I really need to change because my life isn't progressing. I love it here, but I can't move forward because I'm not earning enough.
But that's what people are having to do now. People are really considering leaving because the cost of living here is absurd. And when you start looking at what we shell out on a monthly basis just to not even live. No one is living at the moment. Unless you're rich, no one is actually living. We are just about surviving.
I think
so when we're looking at what our monthly costs is just to survive, when you could go, I don't know, 5 hours on an airplane down the road and be living like a king on that same kind of money.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we
street
doing?
Food for £1 a day and £1 a meal and stuff.
It costs you more to get there, and then when you get there, you can just live.
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 And I think nowadays where we have more remote jobs, that's becoming more feasible. Is actually touchable to be able to do and live like that. So, do you know what I mean? Like that is soon going to be the outcome for life. Yeah. Like these kids are going to leave.
Not, though? Like when people say like that thing, UK's bad vibes, it kind of really, like, I don't want to say that it's like, if it's summertime, people's energy's up. Everybody feels good. They're sweating. They've got something to complain. We always complain, the Brits, apparently. But there's always something to complain. Oh, it's too hot. But when it is this time, the energy is really, really nice in the UK. But when it's not, and because it's not more time than most people are just like, you always feel down. So that's there's not enough balance with, and I know it's not just like the weather and stuff. There's a lot that's going on politically.
Yeah, I think.
But it does make you feel like this ain't where I really want to be. When you look around,
they say UK people are the most miserable.
They probably
one of the most miserable countries. We complain about everything.
Yeah,
and it's true. We do. I'm a grumpy old man. Me. or should I say grumpy old middle-aged man. But no, I'm serious. I do. I whinge a lot sometimes. You know
but that comes with age because I can't stand
certain
people.
But I think it's because the only reason that we are becoming grumpy or miserable isn't us. It's and we were talking about this earlier. People are not considerate anymore. Whether it be driving, walking, even I had to cuss a man out. He was coming, was it at my work or something? But no, he was delivering. It was a delivery guy. He was literally coming in my building. When I tell you I was 2 seconds behind this man and he's gone into my building and he's just let the door close behind him. So I've opened the door. I was like, so what? You can hold the door. You couldn't hold the door. You looked me clean in my face and then you let the door shut. And then the worst thing is to get in my building, you have the first door and then you've got another door. And he then did the same thing again. I was just like, are you serious? So now who he was delivering to, my neighbour, I absolutely love her. But like she's had to open the door to me cussing out her delivery guy. Yeah. Because I just couldn't believe and it's just that level of inconsiderate and it's not just that one time situation. It's just everything. People now drive like they're slow because you want to just drive slow means that I've now got to drive slow. Why? If you're not confident to drive the speed limit on these roads, get off the road. And I mean that. I say that with so much chest because it is. If you don't want to drive it, cool. Come off the road or at least pull in, let me overtake you and go about my business, innit? Like, and just... People just moan about everything because there is just so much to moan about. And we're unhappy. We're unhappy as a nation.
Yes, surviving, striving.
We are unhappy as a nation, I think. Tax. We've just been taxed. No pay rise. Then our healthcare system is down the shitter.
Oh, my gosh.
You know what I mean? We've been charged... more and more just for existing.
Yeah, so what do you do about it? Because we could put up with it or we could just
country.
You know, this is the whole thing. Like the billionaires and millionaires, they're all you seen what's happening. They're all leaving
and they're protected
England.
As well. Because they're not having to pay the tax.
Protected or not protected, they could do what they want, innit? Because they've got the money. They're just like, I've got the money, I don't want to give it away.
But you need money to know those people.
Yeah, exactly. So if we were all sat in a room and we were all millionaires, we're all millionaires. Do you know what I mean? You will move with those people. So it's who you know that will get you. Oh, and that person knows. Do you know what I mean? When you're in that circle, it will be that.
Yeah, and it takes money. Like I know people dislike him for whatever reason, and I don't know too much ins and outs of him. About? I was going to say Andrew Tate.
Okay.
I remember I watched an interview with Andrew Tate and he was very honest in the sense, and I actually respect some of the stuff that comes out of his mouth, but he was just like, only some. But he was just like, when you're rich, the rules do not apply to you. They don't. When you are rich, what a civilian and what a rich person can do are very different. Even though by society you live by the same rules, when it comes to behind them closed doors,
everyone runs behind you when you're rich.
Yeah,
everyone.
And it's not even just rich; it's power. You could be powerful without. When you've got power, you could do a lot of things. Yeah, you know,
very much so. And so, like, when you're in those kind of positions, like, what? So who's going to tell you what? Like, realistically, like, we all know that's how the situation works. We all know, but you know, you have to respect when people are very. Even Donald Trump's even said it, isn't he? Like when you're rich,
a lot of things that ain't what I hear.
If you came into money tomorrow, like whether it's a windfall, wherever it come from.
If I won that 280 million lottery,
someone won in Ireland, was it?
Ireland,
did they?
Yeah, and I bet they were like an 86-year-old person.
Yeah, isn't that mad that it's always
old people because they play their numbers religiously.
They might give the money away to charity. Or something.
I'm charity. Give it to me.
Well, big up yourself whoever won that. You know what I mean? But
yeah, big up yourself. Yeah. But even if I won that 280, I'll be honest. I mean, I'd change in the sense that, I mean, how could I not? But
of course. I'm gonna let you know now. I'm a change.
I'm a change.
Stick to me
but
like Velcro.
only
The words.
Hold on. What are you gonna do when you get your money? When you get your
Off. Oh,
yeah, people wouldn't know.
I will. I would.
I'll be honest, people wouldn't know. I would be very anonymous with it.
Would know. I already have it in my mind how I would do it.
Yeah.
And tell us that and we know what time it is.
No, you just wouldn't see me. I'd ghost.
Do you know what?
My people would know because I'd make sure my people were set right. But I would make sure they're set right, but they wouldn't have the opportunity to. Oh, thank you, Asher. No, I'll be out of it. I mean, that's my gift to you. When I come back or whatever, then we can reconciliate. But I would give people a set sum and then piss off. It's for you to do what you do with.
Just leave me
but
alone.
I would like to see who would flip it. I would like to see who could make good off it. Like,
see, that's the thing that you said, because a lot of people.
That's what it would be. I'm giving you opportunity there. That's what I feel like.
And
to
some
live
people
a
are
good
opportunities
life.
because you give them a thing and they'll be back at you every minute asking for something, and you.
Because that's what I would do. I want to see what you would do with it. If you're gonna flip it, you're gonna make good on it. You're gonna buy a yard, like you're gonna buy a few yards. Do you know what I mean? What's your plan with it? But if you don't make a plan with it, then you couldn't come back to me because that's what I'm giving you for.
It's an investment.
We didn't get no reparations. This will be yours. Do you know what I mean?
No, nothing like that.
I think if I won that kind of money, though, no one would know instantly. I would move my family first. First and foremost, I'd move them. And then the girls,
I would just give them.
They would have no choice. They'd move.
No, I would just give them the day. You live how you want to live.
No, do you know what I would like to do? What I would actually really like to do, especially if this is real lifetime. So everyone at the age that they are, I would love to buy one of those kind of properties where, you know what I mean? You build 1 or 2, 3 properties and you, my mum's in one.
You've got holy space, you've got big grounds.
Big grounds. Build up a couple of properties.
There we go.
And here's my community, and everyone would move up into that community because the thing is with lottery as well, apparently you can't just give away money. So all of those houses would be mine.
Lottery tax free.
It's tax free, but apparently there's like clauses where you can't just write checks.
No.
As such, but I would do an investments where I'd build all of the properties. That's everyone's in.
But pay your bills.
Yeah. So I'd sell them like a pound. So there's a transaction, there's a payment. So everyone like buy your house for a pound.
How you said that just now, right? Like, I go to a lot of millionaire houses and stuff, and there's one yard what I saw, and I just Google houses when I go certain places. So I checked it out, and the property, it was a new build property.
Oh wow!
Not far from where we are now, maybe 5-10 miles, in the middle of a field. So you drive past, you wouldn't even know it's there, right? And when I Googled it, it says that the person who lives there paid £1 for that land and the property.
Don't lie!
So no. When we finish with this, I'm gonna get it up and I'm gonna show you. Yeah, he paid £1 for it.
For the land.
For the land and property.
Land people.
Yeah, and these are wealthy people who are well connected because these people have got links to royalty and stuff like that.
Okay.
Pound.
That's how it is, isn't it? So they wanted to get rid of the land for whatever reason.
Are we talking acres?
I'm talking fields. You've got fields like left and right of your yard.
Ow.
Like, it's like saying they own the whole of Coley Park. That area.
Yeah.
And their house is just blam in the middle.
Well, I'd love that. I would
They paid
absolutely
£1
love
for it.
that.
And
I
went
went a speaker in every room. Blaze up the tunes.
I went as deep as Googling the history of them, and it said that
old money.
Yeah. And then when I checked it out, the wife or the husband, one of them is second cousin to somebody royalty in France, and the other one is a duke or duchess, or what's after duke and
sound like slave trade to me.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
but let's get to that. The slave trade thing. So I googled my history and my mother's maiden name.
Yeah.
A few years ago, and I traced it back the area where her family's from in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And the surname. It refers back to a place in England.
You're joking.
In Purley.
You're lying.
And guess what? Imagine 5 years ago, I Googled this like in lockdown time. And I found I even posted this online, right? the connection, and the people who bought the property, they were rich. They were doing sugarcane and that in Jamaica. Right? And their whole family was doing it from the 1700s or whatever it was. And then I think the last person in that family line, they got taken to court, and they had to release some slaves and whatnot and so forth.
Abolishment would come into play.
And they came back to England, and they were looking to buy a property in London, in Westminster. One of them, you know, them times you have to think about it, it's like 1700, 1800, all these big mansion houses. There weren't many of them. They were being built. Like you'll have,
that's
Stinsham
true.
House in Woking, you'll have one in Henley, one in Oxford, and they tend to build them on rivers, near rivers and stuff like that. So there weren't no big towns or nothing. No. Anyhow, long story short,
being established at that point, wasn't it?
Yeah, they couldn't find a property in England, in London, but they heard that there was an estate being built in Reading, in Purley. Can you imagine? I went and done a job last week, the Saturday before. The house, the property.
Same property.
I drive past it. We all drive past this place daily, weekly, yeah? And when you see this place, it's just massive gates, and you don't even know.
You joking?
I turned up at the place.
Money backs.
And it was a client who just always hides stuff. Yeah, and I've never met this client. I don't know.
Owns a property, or is it just someone hiring the space?
The client who hires from me, I've never met them. So I've been working with them for 2-3 years. We only talk via email. I don't even think we've spoken on the phone.
Okay, so it's just digital.
So yeah, I've gone to this property, and I thought, hold on a minute, this place sounds familiar. So I got there and I Googled it, and it was the same property place, the name. What's a link to my family ancestry. And let me tell you something. I've actually got a video going up the drive.
Yeah, how did you feel?
I sat there after I'd done it, and I looked across the fields, and I saw the waterfalls. I saw nothing but fields for miles. Yeah, and I thought, somebody in my family pay for this. Or somebody in my family probably get killed for this.
Yeah. Somebody,
or
many
suffered.
people in your family suffered and died.
And I rang somebody, and they said, and I looked at the house, the big old house, and it's now owned by the trust, is it National Trust?
Or something like that, because
that's what they do. They donate it to the trust, but they've still got a little pot in the pie. And I think, I think the people who was there that day, they were actually renting it. So I think the trust kind of Airbnbs out the place. Kind of thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
To the elite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when I was coming, I never went in the house. There was like a big stretch mark in the garden. And I looked into the house, and all I could see was silverware, like, the mantelpiece in the living room that's bigger than my whole house and my garden. And I could see through the window, and I could see all these silver sheaves and goblets and that just on the mantelpiece. And when I got in the van, I sat there and I was just looking across the field at the countryside.
Because
and I say to myself,
that's mad.
Isn't it?
That's mad. You shouldn't have told me that, So good on there for you.
Mine to blood clot. This is mine.
Yeah.
You them kind of feeling when you get in it. Yeah. And I rang somebody and I told them about it. Yeah. And they're saying, when you go back tomorrow for the stuff, let's go and claim the silverware.
You get it?
It belongs to
Going
you.
To
Black
Panther. What's the Black Panther? What's his name? This is mine. When he goes into the museum.
Yeah.
Oh, Black Panther.
Wakanda.
Jordan's character.
Wakanda.
When he goes and claims the stuff in the museum. But
He tells her the facts innit?
of this is from my country. This is from Binnock.
Yeah. It's weird, because.
Wow.
Oh man, and this place is in Purley, and
that
even
is 6 degrees of separation.
Yeah.
But if you see the land, just driving it up from the road,
Gravel Drive,
it's like you could drive across Prospect Park and come out the other side, and you still ain't reached the house yet.
Damn.
Yeah.
And all you can think in those kind of moments is like, you have all profited from the death of my family.
And this is it. Like, this is so real.
This is the reality
This
of
is
it.
so real.
Yeah. And the thing is, I haven't, all I know is it's our surname, it's the surname.
Yeah.
And it's like saying, all right, 300 years ago, somebody from Reading, whatever, and it's the link. There's no way that you could have the same name, because it's all slave names and whatnot. Yeah. And it's not a Jamaican name.
Yeah.
So it has to be.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Wow.
You know.
That's
So
hard.
yeah,
That's hard
it's
to
weird.
digest. Even for me, not your family, but even hearing that's really hard to digest. Like down the road.
I don't feel too bad now still because my family.
But in the moment, it's reality. Like that's the reality. We always think like, or we're told, oh, that's 400 years ago, blah blah blah. But now it's done a full circle in 2025. Yeah.
Especially when you kind of like. At the end of the day, I don't. How can I put it? I don't. Do I feel away? Do I not feel away?
Indifferent a little.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
It's
isn't
weird.
It? It's weird. That's all I can
That's what I'm
say.
saying.
It
Where
is.
it comes as it's real, because you could have heard that story and it could have been something in London, but because that's where we live, it's so close. It's actually rare.
Yeah.
And you went there for a job, so again, it becomes a little bit more into rare. And then you see it, so it makes the past become your present.
And I know
You're not even trying to make it like
I know
that.
it has to be 100% linked with my family.
And not only
because
that, you'll never
the
pass that
surname
place and think,
no.
and do you know what I mean?
And the amount of times
Yeah.
I pass it, and I
never
see
even
places
thought
like this
about
all the
it.
time, and I just think, and I think to myself, all this old money, and you know, this guy. I don't know, man.
Do you know what
Unless you've
also-
made a lot of money in crypto recently and whatnot. Like, there's another young guy who lives not too far from there in Pangbourne, and I do regular jobs once a year there, and it makes me laugh. This guy is different. Like, I went there and you turn up, and 2 years ago I turned up and I'm coming out and I said, "Crate a Magnum." I'm like, "Magnum? You drink
Okay.
this?" He goes, "Yeah,
Aphrodisiac.
I was on a train in London, right? and I just saw this advertisement, so I ordered a crate of it, and they shipped it to my house."
Wow.
And he goes, "Everyone liked it." I've been there 3 years, and every year he's got Magnums.
Really?
Yeah. So this guy, he made this. He's invested in stocks and shares.
Okay, so he's
and
made his money
and honestly, when you see somebody, he's probably, so going back to what we were talking about earlier. This guy's probably late 30s, mid 30s, and
Is it at home?
huh?
He
Oh
owns at home?
Lord.
He owns the Thames runs through his garden.
Wow.
Yeah,
Yeah.
up by Beale Park, up by
Yeah,
up
yeah,
there.
I
The
know you mean
Thames
that side.
runs through his garden,
Wow.
and like I was there, and they're saying, yeah, last night yesterday at the party, we had to go across the river and we climbed up on the hill, and we did just a little for kicks, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Just that's all. Can't do it.
Yeah. So
When you got money, you can.
all right, so it's two different contrasts. People, you know,
Yeah.
in the same area. One person, he's made his money, I hope, legitimately through
Probably
stocks and
some old
shares
money in
and
there to
whatnot.
start up.
Yeah,
To
probably.
start, you know what I
knows?
mean? Granddad gave me £25,000
Well, my granddad
and
passed away, and that was left in my inheritance.
no,
But
not
if
even
you-
that.
If you see the
Honestly,
place, you
Asher,
think
it's not even that half the time. Some, especially if their parents have been in business,
Yeah.
them grandparents know to give away the money when they're alive, so they don't have to pay the tax on it.
Yeah, you have to give away a good few years
inherit
before now, innit?
7
Yeah.
years.
Because if it's within 5
7
years, a
years.
certain year, 7 years,
Yeah.
then it's still
Yeah, you get taxed on it.
taxed now.
Yeah.
innit?
So
It's
it's
all
like
changing.
they know what it is that they're doing. So
Shall I tell you what makes what's that experience a little bit harder? Because in the UK, we always think like slave trade and everything happened in the US.
Yes.
We always think about America.
Yes.
If you really know your history, you know that UK
Right here,
here,
sir.
these
Yeah.
lot was running it. You know what I mean? This is the main
Hub.
port here.
Yes.
This is where all the orders were being sent from, and then everywhere
Not
else
in
just
that-
followed.
all of
Do
them
you know what I
came
mean?
through Liverpool.
Yeah.
Liverpool's
yeah.
got one of the
Liverpool's
biggest
the
slave
dock.
museums. I want to go there. I do
dock,
actually
is
want to
that
go to the dock.
Liverpool?
Yeah. That's driving
I
up
don't
to
know
the
how I
yard.
would've felt.
And I never,
I don't
that
know
video
how
what
I
I'm showing
felt.
you is not from the
The way
start
how
of the
I
drive. I was already driving for 10 seconds. You know what I mean? I thought,
Yeah.
let me video it.
Yeah, you might
You
as
know?
well. Okay, yeah.
And I'm still driving, you know. And
You would hate to have gotten all the way to the bottom of that road and forgot my diddler.
Yeah.
I'll drive all the way back up to the house.
Yeah.
but this is my thing. Like I went to a property this morning, and the second property I went to today was in Lambourne area, Hungerford.
Yep.
And
Okay.
it was a farm as well. And I said to the young kid, because it's a young kid, he's keeping it.
Yeah.
And I said to him, is this still a farm? Or is it just like, you know, a lot of these farms
Event
nowadays,
space.
they turn into event space, or
Yeah,
it's a farm, but they just live there no more. He goes, yeah, but we just do wheat and barley, and people come out.
Sorry.
Oh, is it still driving? Have I not reached there yet?
You reached, yeah, you get there.
The yard. Wow.
All right. You saw the yard?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, and that's the acres.
So,
I mean,
you,
after you
that
just
one
drive
acres?
past the acres.
you know, so
Wow.
it's a madness. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's just so. When I Google it, the fact that I Google it and it was like my parents, my maiden name, and how full of history is there. You know what I mean? And I had to go and find up the article. You know what I mean? I just Googled it up. I Googled the name. I put link with Westmoreland, Jamaica, and Reading, UK, and it came up straight away.
Wow.
You know, and then things like, look, that's the gates. Is that going in or coming out? It might be coming out.
I think coming out, yeah.
Yeah. So you know when I tell you where it is, the next time you see it, you know where it is.
It's got proper quarters because like at that entrance, that's where guards would stand and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like a guardhouse.
But it's a place like this I visit on a regular.
How do you know when that house dates back to 1700s?
Yeah, because it's linked to the family. So after they didn't get the money, that's the money. So they got the reparation money, you could as well say, because they paid slave owners, didn't they?
Did.
To sell. So that's what they used there for, because they couldn't get it in
back
London.
over here and
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
But like you
That's
say,
a hard. Like,
yeah.
I'm your friend, and I just feel like a bit. I feel a bit.
it
Like,
makes me intrigued. I mean, I've done a little bit on mine. I know with my surname, there were two brothers from America. One went off to Barbados. The other one went off to, I think, somewhere. No, I think it was like Germany or something like that.
Okay.
To do something. So the brother that went to Barbados got into the sugarcane fields, but the brother that went to Germany or something, he wasn't successful. So then he came and joined his brother in Barbados, and they run the sugarcane factory and had slaves, the plantation. They had a plantation out there.
wow.
So I was just like,
It's deep, isn't it?
rah.
It is when you check it back like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And I always find it really strange when I come across, sorry to say, a white person with my name.
Why are you
But then-
saying? Why are you saying
because
sorry?
I find
Stand in
it-
that. Stand on it. There's not sorry about it.
There's nothing sorry about it,
Yeah.
but because obviously I associate my surname with obviously Barbados, it's like, thing. But then realistically, Barbados was heavily plantation. Heavily. So when I do see a white person with the same name, spelt same way as well, that makes me feel like,
regardless of the spelling, because variations back then people spelled it out.
That's
It wasn't
true.
the sticks.
they just
You know
drop
what I mean? Some
off a
people
letter and all of
got a
that.
double letter in it, and some people have a single letter in it and stuff like that. But it was the same name. It's just how it was written then, and it just went with the time,
Banned.
innit? You know.
Crazy.
So
Well, my surname, I think we originated in Trinidad. I don't know. I think it's a Trini thing, yeah, because there's loads of Christians in Trinidad, more based in Trinidad, and then ventured out into Barbados. So I'm a Trini girl, really. No,
Yeah. Listen, you better put your hand in that kitchen, start
bring
doing some
out the
roti.
Trini in me. What's
Yeah,
that?
I don't know. Not a big dancer. Listen.
Yeah. Hold on. Are you're part Jamaican?
My dad's Jamaican, my mum's Barbados.
Okay.
Mix and blend.
Straight both Barbados.
Belgian passport.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
I do need to do it, so anyone that wants to help me, I do need to do it because
seriously,
when you go to different
UK is
countries, I want to
dead.
be whipping out my Belgian passport.
Yeah, UK what? Put that black one back.
Dual nationality.
Dual nationality, yeah.
You know. Yeah.
Yeah, because they used to do it for the grandkids, but apparently they stopped it for the grandkids.
Okay.
You know what? I think people we should do all that like fast because soon from now they're gonna like
They're gonna change that up real quick.
As Caribbeans, we are whittling down, especially here, honestly.
Yeah,
but our culture, our essence, is definitely being whittled down.
Yeah, everything about it because like even over there I see a post where it was a European music promoter and even said like reggae music is dying out, they reckon.
Really?
With the rise of electronic music, Afrobeats especially,
and like just that whole African way.
They phased it out, innit?
Music. They goes. You see when the people who's doing reggae music, when they're no longer here or not doing it, the younger ones ain't doing. There's not so many doing it.
There
are
reggae.
people doing
I get
it.
what you mean, like the reggae music.
They say it's fading out. It's going to be like in 30, 40 years time. It's going to be like when you used to hear like when the music blue beat or something, and
or like blues, or jazz, like
you might have 5 or 10 people making it in the whole country. You know what I mean?
Listen, at the moment, I'm playing like what would be considered like lovers rock.
Don't make those tunes again.
I will never. It reminds me especially of my auntie Grace, like all the songs that I hear when she used to do her little parties and stuff like that. And now kids growing up listening to that, and it's a case of like when Rhea has children, if she has children, they will never know that sound.
That's what you install though. Because if you've installed it in
I'll install it in a Rhea, but how often is she going to draw for that music?
Don't get it twisted, because my lease, she's an old school gal. Yeah? The lease draws for, she's like, oh, you know that? What do you mean, how do I know that, mum? Like, her sound, she should be a DJ, but her sound bites are very old school, and she knows what she likes, and it's because that's been installed in her. There's certain tunes that she'll play, I'm like, how do you... Of course I know this, because she likes that era, she likes that sound, she likes that, do you know what I mean? So
and it's the sound.
Yeah.
It is, it sounds weird. They will never replicate that. They will never replicate that.
Entrepreneur, mash up the bike. Let's slow motion that. Slow motion. What do you say, mash up?
I mean, I can't lie. Like, so disclaimer. You know, I love a disclaimer.
Yeah.
So obviously I brought in just a little bit of that rum punch that I made.
Oh no, so
we're getting the disclaimer now. This is why I'm the mic down. This is why we don't trust Esther. Oh Jesus, that's why I'm sweating so.
Yes, I know. Yeah, you're right. You know. Hold on.
What do
Don't tell me we're having a rerun like a deja vu of what happened. You run out of rum and you put a little bit of bloody gin in it or something.
This doesn't feel like a safe
straight all the way.
Rum and brandy, maybe with a bit of vodka.
To be honest, I drank it because he made it, but
exactly, it tastes good though, isn't it?
Little aspartame sitting in it, and something, you know, it's a
aspartame, so extra. Like that.
What's it called? Sucrose or something? One of them artificial. Come on, tell me what's it.
No, it was only a little mango liqueur. Mango liqueur.
Oh, it's a liqueur.
Yeah. I was in there. And it was just rum. It was just spice rum.
Morgan Spice.
No, it wasn't Morgan. I think it was a bit of Bamba.
Oh, bamboo.
That's it. I had a bit of
So
that.
why you never bring the bottle? How come you being tight or something? You should have.
Have you tried bamboo?
No, because I put it in.
You like it in there? Years ago.
It's lovely.
Oh, that's sweet and caramelly.
Yes,
you can drink it straight.
I've been parked up for about a year. You know,
you're joking.
It was lovely. I didn't even want to dash away the bottle.
Yeah, I've got
the bottle's
I
lovely.
took the bottle, you know, but then I dashed it away, you know, because
that's me.
It was like a decanter. I thought I'm gonna go and buy one of them to still rub and pour it.
It's like a decanter. Do you know what? I've been looking at that
but the bottle looked good. The bottle was good, and it's heavy duty.
And that's produced in Barbados.
Yeah, it is.
Is it? Okay. I never knew that.
Yeah, so you jams always wanted to take.
But you know they got two or three different ones, ain't they?
Have they?
I've only seen the one flavour.
No, there's more than one. There's 3 of them, I think. What is it? What? How you spell it again?
BABUM. Bamboo.
BUM. No, BUB.
No, it's
I know.
BU.
MBU.
Don't put this in there.
Yes, see it there.
Like
You got a white one.
BABU.
Oh, cream liqueur. No way.
Cream.
You
Yeah.
like that. You like Baileys, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I love a Baileys.
The original. What's the black bottle?
XO.
Nice.
Ooh.
So hold on, that one.
That. Oh my gosh, where can you get that from?
I haven't seen that.
Amazon.
Costco currently this week. The 20 something of July or the 10th.
You got a Costco card?
Yeah, of course I have.
I'm coming to Costco with you next week, man.
Listen, but it's £20. It's £20.
But do they add VAT and all that?
It's £24 with VAT.
What's that?
For the bamboo.
That's about £30 in the store, isn't it?
More than that.
But at the moment, it's $19.99.
But I see on sale some places. They always have an offer somewhere on this.
Currently on offer in Costco. See, like it's £42 there. Well, that's the black one. But how much is the original? So we might have to
That one, no, honestly, that was $18.99.
$18.99? Where's that from? What am I shouting?
That's 50cc though. That's got to be like.
That's
a half bottle, yeah.
Yeah. You need at least a
No,
litre.
I must admit, big up Gurmit. Gurmit used to have a shop in Coley, opposite the petrol station.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Good shop.
Back in the days, me and we used to drive around in the Benz. he bought me one of them at my birthday like a couple of years ago at the casino, Style and Glam. Yeah, he bought it, and I had it for over a year, and I must have bust it about 6 months ago.
Listen, they do a vegetable samosa in there. They used to sell off.
Yes, they used to make it fresh. His mum used to make samosas.
And I lived the other side. I used to travel to that shop to get me a samosa.
I remember I used to go in there and buy a tray of... I used to buy a tray of samosas from him.
The samosas were serious in there.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually had the samosa factory
I don't
on the side of the shop.
Be mean. I don't.
Oh,
but what?
Oh, no, where are you going with this?
Hold on.
How you move your hand?
I have to ask.
Oh, Asher, back me up. Come.
I have to ask, what initially made you think it was okay to at least try? Because obviously you go into them shops and you see the samosas and stuff like that.
That was a factory. That was a factory. They supplied half of Reading. They supplied everywhere. They had a factory at the side of the shop, a samosa factory.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Because I love a samosa. I really do love a samosa.
Remember you used to see them cardboard trays with the grease proof paper on top? That was coming from there.
I don't feel it was word of mouth for me. I felt like the way that they were displayed and they were big, like not too oily looking either.
No, a bit spicy.
And they just looked fresh.
Yeah.
So let me try one of them. I had the first one. Boy, give me 2 more.
Honestly.
Decent.
Because I've tried the ones in the Ward Street Mall. You know that place in the Ward Street Mall?
No.
Where you get all the slushies and stuff like that.
Okay.
Underneath the escalators. They do
samosas.
They do some big samosas. So I started eating them when I worked in New Look from back then.
Nice.
And they were. But now
they bought them because they were big, but they probably were all right. But their price gone up. They used to be like £1. They've gone up to
pound.
Like 3 for 6 pounds.
Yeah.
No, so it was like $2.50 each.
Yeah.
They've gone up big time.
I used to buy 2 of them, and that was on my way when I was in Gold.
And why have they gone up? Because your produce hasn't really, the price in produce hasn't really gone up.
But they
must be making money.
Oh yeah, they have to keep.
They must be making money because again, it started off with the samosas, then 2 toots. You start seeing rice in there, maybe a little curry, and then they got some potato Bombay thing. Now
they do like full meals.
They have meals. They have proper little meals and all of that, and then they got the drinks and whatever.
Samosa occasionally, but from so the man ain't there no more. Then obviously.
What? Which one? Coley?
Yeah.
No. He sold a shop. I'm sure he sold a shop, and then he had a shop in Purley. And then,
really?
Yeah, and then he moved. I don't think he's got. Graham, I'm going to give you a call this week, and I'm going to tag you in this video.
So whipping up the samosa, them.
Let us know because I'll put an order and all. I love a
decent.
samosa.
I love a vegetable and I have a couple of meat.
Love beanie process. I like a vegetable and a meat one.
Yeah,
lamb for me, please. Lamb.
Well, I don't think the samosa thing's going on anymore, but. Yeah, big up yourself, Gurmit.
Big up Gurmit.
This is making me hungry.
We have my taste buds on, flavours.
Yeah.
And different type of flavours as well. Because, I used to eat meat then. But the meat one, it has...
Hold on, did you say you used to eat meat then?
Yeah.
You don't eat meat?
I don't eat red,
a little
but
bit.
I had so it was mince inside with peas and...
Oh, yeah.
Little potato and them things. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I love a green pea, I'm not going to lie, I do.
In it, mince and green, but I've never thought to do that myself, you know. In a ting.
Yeah.
And I love a spring roll as well.
I love a spring roll, but they're too greasy for me.
It depends.
No. I have to. When you have someone that can make a decent homemade spring roll, they're not greasy. They know how to fry that properly and use the right thing.
That thin phyllo
pastry, and they let it soak so all the oil that it does drip off and emptying there. When you have a proper homemade spring roll, so there's a chippy down Hildens Drive. In Tilehurst, down Hildens Drive. And we're talking, no, not over down road.
Farm.
You know, Turnham's Farm. Up by like Little Heath School up there.
Where's that again? Long Lane?
No. You know where Little Heath School is?
Yes, vaguely. Yeah.
So it's up in that kind of deep sticks of Tilehurst.
Ain't that more like Calcutta?
No.
No,
it's Tilehurst. It's dead Tilehurst.
Like
but
Salem,
it's Turnham's. No, it's
you can get Salem. You know where Salem? If you go in a bit. Anyway, we're digressing. What was my point?
I can't remember.
Yeah, you said about the shop in Little Heath.
So the chippy. So it was. I think the family still own it, but they do one bad boy spring roll. I'm talking. I've never tasted a spring roll from a chip shop that tasted like how that Hildens Drive chip shop did theirs. When they're done right, They are amazing.
If you're talking about chip shop, you know you have to talk about Buckland Road, innit?
I'm not sure because I'm not from Whitley.
You don't know Buckland Road?
I know of it, but to be honest, when I went to Buckland Road, I was not sold. All of this Buckland Road. I bought a £2 open thing, babe.
They do open chips.
Yeah, and
Back then.
£2.
Yeah, it was
This is going back how many
you see
years?
like
About
a
2
Friday
years
night
ago.
or something like that?
Oh, 2 years ago.
You see like a Friday night at Buckland Road? There's a queue going from there down to the lights by Morrison's.
That's because there's no other chippy for miles.
No, because Buckland Road is known in Whitley.
It is a legend. People drive from all over the place to go
go to that one. But do you know what one I used to like? Pearl Street, Sea Spray. When you're going
by the traffic lights.
What?
You know they licked that down the other day.
No, but it's still there.
Hold on.
No, it's next to it. They've licked that down and built flats. But the
Hold on. What are you on about? Which one exactly?
Yeah, is it Pearl Street, Southampton Street, where it goes over to Coley?
Yes, by the lights.
By the lights.
If you're coming from which way?
They've closed it down. It's been closed down
No,
for years.
I'm telling you, they licked that down. I drove past it this week. That was there. It's gone.
You're
the one in the corner by the lights.
Yeah.
What,
that was closed down. It was there for about 10 years
that's
and
long time
abandoned.
20 years.
They licked that down. I drove past it last week and it's gone. It's an empty space. It's just a piece of wood.
Before it wasn't.
It was closed,
there,
but no,
but they licked down everything else
gone.
around it.
No, it's
No,
gone.
it's gone.
It's
Because
gone,
you know what
gone.
got licked down before
So
that?
they sold it.
Because you
Years
must have gone
ago.
there with Louise, because
Yeah.
Louise used to talk about
Sea
that
Spray
place.
used to be the lick, man.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it's
Friday
called,
night
but
special.
I was shocked when I see it licked down. Like, this is like within the last week or 2 weeks.
It must be because I've been driving past it and I was like, it's still there, but.
And you know why you say you know that as well? Because like I'm talking 20 odd years ago, my brother used to work as a taxi driver. Around the corner, there was an 87444 was there. That was his first taxi job, right? And I remember going in there one day for a taxi. And when I went and sat in the little 2-seating taxi office, it's like the back of the building was like falling apart already.
Yeah,
They were just holding out. Like it shouldn't even been open as a taxi place. Yeah, that got licked down a long time ago.
Yeah, it did.
And the chip shop was there for years, just empty. That's gone.
Yeah, the chip shop. That's the
that's
thing.
ground
They
zero
closed it
now.
down. I would say 2000s, mid.
That's at
2000s.
least over 10 years that being closed.
Yeah. I'm talking 20 because I can't remember taking my daughter there to eat, and she's 24.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I
But
remember
when I was a
going there.
youth,
I remember going there years
when I was
ago.
a youth, I used to go there regular. That was my spot, and then they've just been closed down. And it's just been there, but there's
I
nobody's been
remember the
selling
food
chips
in there. I can't remember the food.
What?
Who said eat good?
Serious. Chips were serious.
Esther looking like that. What's that look, Esther?
I'm hungry.
Go and get some spring rolls.
I do. I'm actually really hungry now. I'm thinking, wow, what am I going to eat? So yeah, I could do a spring roll. Then you got to think.
Patty.
It's because it's like back in the day, you used to have plenty of takeaway foods that all tasted nice and stuff like that. You just picked one because it was close to your area. Now,
When you say back in the days, what's your era of back in the days? What time period?
you know, I wouldn't even go that far. Actually, I would probably say about 2008. 8, 9. I mean, obviously you had from growing up and stuff, but now as an adult,
But you know that's still
understanding-
17 years ago. You know,
Why are you
there's
saying it
children,
like
there's
that?
children who were watching this who are 21, and they were like, they can't comprehend I was 4 years old when Esther's saying about back in the days and stuff like
But
that.
I felt like food was nice. Like, okay, for instance, there used to be this Chinese shop down the Oxford Road called King's Garden. Do you remember? It used to be in that little
I
cubby
know
space.
that name.
So you
Sounds
know
familiar.
where
By Brook Barris.
No.
bit further up from Brock Barracks, where it was. I
Chop
can't
Suey
even
House?
think where it is. No,
Suey
a
House.
lot
Next
further
to
up
theirs.
from
By
Chop
Pond
Suey.
House.
Again, that was a really good one.
It used to be really good.
It used to be.
fair,
I think the last
and
time I
they
had it, I
still
was
owned
disappointed.
by the same people.
Which
What
one?
is it?
Chop Suey House.
Chop Suey
Where
House.
is
That's
that
the one
one?
on the
That's
corner
the
of
one on the
Opposite Pond
Groveland's.
House.
Yeah,
Near
opposite.
the
Yeah.
traffic lights and that. But this one is, I'm trying to think, you know where all the shops are, like we got Mum Africa and stuff like that. And you remember there used to be a market stall. They used to sell fruit and veg and all of that.
Where's that?
Like way back in the, like, I mean, we're talking
Asher
early
shop.
90s. No, you're too far up. So you got Mama Africa on the corner.
What's Mum Africa's again?
I think it's like where, because it used to be a
Albany
bathroom
Road.
shop. You remember a
Where?
little bit further there
Albany
used to be.
Road.
Oh, yeah.
What used to be, is it
Opposite
Zanzibar
Strictly
or
Heads.
something like
Yeah.
that? Like
I know.
Indian delicacy shop?
I don't know what you mean.
It's called Yi Baba or something like that
yeah,
now.
but you're talking about Injunction.
That's Bam Bam Bam. That's
Injunction.
No, this is Oxford.
You mean?
Road,
Oh, I
but
know.
This
Hot
is going.
stuff.
Hot.
No, you're going too far up.
Because Hot Stuff do proper Indian food at late night, you know.
Back in days,
You
Hot
want a
Stuff.
rice
biryani.
and a meat or
They
Nice
were the only
biryani,
ones
to
open
be fair.
late. They made money back in the days. Hot Stuff.
They still could now. Because
Yeah.
when we went in there, I don't know where we went. I think
We
it was
went
my
out,
birthday.
innit? Yeah.
It was my
And we
birthday.
come back and it was like 2 a.m.
Hot Stuff.
we
was
imagine
like,
we
this
in
is amazing. It was
town.
like, oh,
We
that
walked-
rice, chicken rice.
We
rice,
walked from town at like 2
meals.
a.m. to Hot Stuff to get food because nothing else is open, innit? It's Reading
Yeah, and
now.
I've never eaten from there, but I was so pleased. What I can get rice and thing now. He's like, yeah, man.
See, that's what you need, isn't
Yeah.
it? But
To line, it was a
eating big
for
food
that.
at them time hours in the morning. Isn't it? But,
Yeah,
No, but
it's
it's true.
okay.
I get it because I'd rather eat a rice and even though
Yeah.
Then-
I mean, it's
then
still
fry it.
processed food, but it's still better than chips and burger and, do you know what I mean? Them
Definitely.
things there.
Because it's like
It's
food.
right. It's a
That's
food
how I feel.
It's
food.
food, isn't it?
And your
It's
body digests
You-
it
you
better
feel
than
like you're
all
having
of
a
that.
meal, innit?
Listen, I whaps that. I don't even know what I got, but I whaps that
Biryani would go down
quick.
nice right now.
quickly.
With maybe a little
Yeah,
side
yeah.
dish of sagaloo.
Ooh,
Love a sagaloo.
You know. Actually, I need you around because I lost weight.
bad influence.
Innit?
I need to hang out with you two more often.
I love food.
Bad
I
influence,
actually
that's
love
not-
food.
that's not-
It's very my journey with food is very difficult because I love it immensely, but my body shows that love very easily. So therefore, I have to cut back and cut out, and
Yeah, I hear that.
sometimes I just
Yeah.
want to binge. Just want to binge and not
Yeah,
be judged for that binge.
You have to take time, moderation now, innit? You know what I mean?
And not only that, the food back in the I say back in the day, I love that word, but probably so far is going like
Whoa.
1996.
You go back on the back of the day thing. Huh? I missed something. What's going on? Okay.
Yeah, but I would say like
It's censored.
I'm wavy. I'm wavy.
That's good.
Rudie Rich has got me wavy.
Don't blame me, you know. And why you be blame that concoction when she
No,
came?
no.
You show them the ball. Come on, no,
can't
bring
show
the
the
ball. I
ball.
want to see that on camera. Because
No,
when
you
I see
can't
you,
see the
when I
ball.
see her come here, right, she coming up the steps and everything, and I see this ball. I thought, hold on, that must be ginger beer or something, or
No, man.
Morby or something. Come on, I want to.
can't show the
Can we
bottle.
see the bottle?
listen, if I show you the bottle,
No, we need to see the bottle. Yeah,
This
and
is
this
what
is
Esther
this is
be
what
working
what Esther
I mean, we're not. It's
Be
not like
True
this
Paris.
came
That's
with
what I was
bottle or
drinking.
anything.
2 litre.
She
Five.
come here with this
5
big.
litres.
What's this? 5 litre bottle, yeah, of whatever it's hydro. Try and disguise it as water, yeah. And
No,
look,
it was orange though.
and it was down here. It was down
Exactly,
here, right? There's a
orange.
little dribble in the bottom, right?
Exactly,
I don't
a
even think it was at the
dribble.
second ring.
Lightweights, the
It was
lot of
down
that.
here. So I thought, well, that's
I
not
am the
Asher's
first to
signature
admit-
rum punch because Asher would have come with her official bottles and everything. So I see this thing.
because I tried to take it easy. My shit's a creeper. Ooh, my shit. But it's a creeper. Esther's is a lick shot. Straight away.
Right. Yeah.
I want you to enjoy yourself.
You're not easy.
But this is what I use to make homemade lemonade.
Is it? Is
Well,
it?
my mum used to make that all the time. You know, she's made it
Yeah,
for
I
ages.
love a little homemade
Yeah, that
lemonade
sounds.
in
You
this.
could make
you-
some homemade lemonade.
You know anybody who just make the real raw born ginger beer?
No.
Like this. You know what?
But how do you make it? What is it? Just ginger,
I think it's
brown sugar, and then
Yeah, I see a woman on Facebook, like somebody posted like Nan or somebody making it, and it was just like just boil up peel the ginger and boil it up and whatnot. And that when I was young and I used to see like there was someone who used to make the ginger beer and it was just really gingery, fiery.
yeah, fire.
And I went in
I was making it
Sainsbury's.
fire no more.
No.
That's
I
soft.
can't drink that again.
That's
but
soft again.
I went to Sainsbury's and I bought a bottle of it looked like a flask of rum, like a quarter bottle of rum.
Yeah.
But in a plastic bottle, and it's called
Okay.
Mojo or Mojo or something.
I've heard.
It's $5.99 in Sainsbury's, yeah,
Bring that up. Let me see it.
and it's raw. That ginger beer tasted like what we're talking about now,
Oh,
the
really?
raw born ginger beer. What we used to like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's gonna give you a good clear
Supermalt do a
out.
good ginger beer as well.
Supermalt
Huh?
dead now. They don't even have no real sugar in the supermalt. The supermalt tastes flat.
Talk about Supermall. I got something to show you in a second.
And did I say supermalt strawberry?
Ew.
Worse
Yeah.
than that, I got something to show
Oh
you.
God. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, a
I do
ginger
shots.
shot.
No, but this is like a
Ginger
rum
beer?
bottle, a
Like
flask.
ginger
No,
shots.
no, This ginger shot's what they call it, but to me, that is what I used to drink when I was younger, like
Mother
raw
root
born ginger beer.
Talking about this bottle here. Mother
Yeah, the one with the white label.
Oh no.
Right? And then I bought all right, I'm going to give you the journey. I bought this one, the white label one, and that tasted like authentic raw born ginger beer.
Yeah.
I took it foreign with me when I went over there. I took it abroad. I took it with me. Put it in my suitcase. I'm drinking. It was good. When I come back now, I must have went in Tesco, but I bought it in Sainsbury's. I went in Tesco's, and Tesco got their own version in a different kind of bottle, thinking it's going to taste the same. Tesco Unfiltered down with apple and a whole heap of apple in it, and I felt like cheated. Honestly, I wanted my money back, but I didn't drink it.
Yeah, when you start reading, what?
Right?
Yeah.
So I went back to Sainsbury's searching for that liquor again, yeah? And then I buck up on this one, the extra strength. And I bought the extra strength one. It was all right, but...
Sorry, what size are these bottles?
They're like a 20 CL, like a
20 CL?
Like you see that
That's $6.95, £7. Oh, what's this size?
No, the one down from that.
Yeah.
Like the Rare Nephew, the small one.
Yeah.
Okay. But... honestly, it's a strong ginger, so you could take time.
Did you feel the difference? Did it do what it's supposed to?
The fact it was ginger and it tasted like, you know what I mean, what I used to drink years ago, many years ago. Yeah, I would buy it again, but here what? I bought it on Nectar offer, $3.95.
Jeez, this guy. Do you know he could fire offer Nectar? But what I've been having for health benefits is collagen shots, berry flavour from Lidl.
Cranberry shots?
No. Collagen shots, because as women getting older, we lose collagen. So I've been trying these collagen shots. The only thing about it that I read the can and realised it's made with beef fat. So I'm just like, I've got to drop this out because of the meat element. Like, I don't do that. So, but taste, lovely. You'll probably like it. It's really, really nice. It's like a berry taste, but not strawberry, or it's not specific, but it's red. It's nice. A quick shot. It's lovely. And I felt revitalised and stuff after I had it. I've been doing it for about 2 weeks.
Okay. I've read up on the collagen shots and keep me in thinking, like, as I'm getting older, these are things that I do need to kind of get more invested into, because obviously
well, we're getting there, isn't it?
We're getting there, yeah. And it's about looking after the body. And the
now, and you listen to what your body needs and what it doesn't need, which is sugar. But do you know what I mean?
Yes.
You just try and work around the best way that you can with what you have. So at the moment, I'm really feeling peach flavoured stuff. Oh. So I want to there's a peach flavoured, like a collagen. It's got magnesium, because my energy is low. So if I can get that to balance it out. Oh gosh.
Bring them out. So the collagen, hold on, going back to the collagen shots. Yeah. So yeah, that's not, I ain't got no use to drink that, is it? That's
it's
like
more about females and losing it as we get older, like your collagen, so your skin gets more saggy.
Yeah, skin,
like
elasticity, yeah, that's right.
So I've just been trying them literally for about a month, I'd say. Do you notice? But
so you see the difference? You see the difference?
I don't know, I just like the taste. But then when I read the back, like I said, it's like beef fat, and I was like, that's not really something that I can recommend to people, because everybody's trying to get a bit healthy and come off the meat thing. So you
could probably find an alternative to.
But they also have collagen water, which is lime and mint, which is really nice. Collagen water. So it's infused with collagen to like boost that within your
fair enough.
Metabolism and stuff.
So going back to the soup and what were you saying?
We always got the new drinks around here. Let me show you this side.
Super malt stout, stronger than Dragon Stout. Yeah, you could sample it. I've had 3 of them already. It come in a pack of 4. I bought it in Morrison's a couple of weeks ago.
You're joking?
Yeah.
I must say, shout out to Morrison's. They do a good range of Caribbean. They do a good, they're Caribbean, because I just went and bought my patties.
Yeah, but it's in Tesco's now.
Okay.
I see it in Tesco's this week. So
shout out to Tesco.
I give you the honors. If you want to taste it, it's up to you.
I'm going to taste it.
So yeah,
why are you taking so slow with that? It's like nursing it. Come on, man.
Super malt stout, Dragon Stout, Guinness Stout. This one's stronger, you know, as it says new. 7.7%.
Normally they don't.
7 is good as well, because most things are like 5, aren't they?
No, Guinness and Dragon is 7.5.
Oh really?
Yeah, 7.5. But you know the funny thing is, when I went, I bought some, you know, Guinness do a malt as well, like a super malt Guinness malt. I love that one. I would
That
drink.
one that does it for you. I like Mighty. Well, I used to like
Mighty Malt is just very, very too sweet for me.
Yeah,
like
it's turned very sugary now, but I used to like
the Guinness Malta is my favourite. The one in the bottle rather than the can.
I need to cheers or something because I bust it.
Huh?
Cheers.
Shit, well, I ain't
'cause I
got a
busted
glass,
it.
but you tried it.
She's still nursing her first drink. I don't know what is wrong with Esther today.
Sipping a rum punch or red if you want.
Yeah, I had the rum punch and then thing, and I was trying to sip the water.
That remind me of back home in the yard and thing.
So I'm not a big Guinness drinker or dragon drinker yet.
Me
Like years ago, I used to drink, when I first discovered dragon back in like 90s. I used to drink dragon.
That tastes nice.
Which one?
They done
This one, you like it?
I don't mind it.
So I don't mind it. It's a bit. I don't know how to explain it. I don't mind it. I don't
Yeah,
mind
I
it.
don't
It's
mind
not.
it.
It's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Reminds me of a kid when your mum let you have a drink.
Yeah. Esther, you sure you don't want to try a bit?
I sip.
No, I'm not. I've never been one for the Guinness or the stouts or any of that.
That would make
I
a
like
nice
super
punch.
malt. That's
Hold on.
it.
Did you say it was your birthday this week?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gone.
Are you
Listen,
working tomorrow?
have you not seen her nursing this? You're going party.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you're
going
going.
party,
What
innit?
time do you have to leave in the morning?
In the morning, early,
What time?
and I like my
Festival
sleep
all day.
all day.
We'll allow you. Next week.
This could you make a Guinness punch with this? To me, it's got that nice enough of a kick to make a punch of it.
Yeah,
I like
definitely. You know, to be fair, when you're making a punch, you don't really need much
Yeah.
Guinness and stuff in it. You know what I mean? You only need a little tip,
You need your nourishment.
2 nutmeg. You know what I mean?
Flashback, yeah.
Huh?
Isn't that you make all your?
Make Guinness punch. I'm sure you did.
Probably years
He
ago.
did in the milk bottle. He's like, look at this one.
I made one the other day with oat milk. You know what I mean?
Really? Does it
Yeah,
taste
yeah,
good?
yeah.
Smith, I'm gonna go and make that because
Yeah.
But store it in the fridge. Yeah, I forgot. Do you not like Guinness punch?
But
Really?
You know me now. I put everything in. I put
Yeah.
peanut in it. But I don't even buy the peanuts anymore. I buy the peanut powder, a little bit of cinnamon, bit of nutmeg. I put Irish moss in it. Well, sea moss in it as well. Bit of sea moss in it.
Sticking it.
Where'd you buy?
kind of
Obviously,
thing.
you bought this from Tesco.
I bought these in Morrison's, but they got them in Tesco's now as well. They're on Club
Foreign
Card. They're on
extra.
Club
Listen,
Card.
look at them trying to do like the
Yeah,
Guinness.
that's what I'm saying. I was shocked. I was shocked when I see it in there. Honestly.
Yeah, that tastes all right. I will make a punch out of that.
Yeah, 7.7.
That's to me has got enough kick behind
One of these.
it.
What's the driving limit in the UK?
What
Units.
limit?
What's the units where you're driving in the UK if you have a drink? Is it?
It's like none.
2.5, is it? I don't even know.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
this
It's
is-
like
Like
one,
2
one
units.
drink in it. It's like
2.54 units of alcohol. You
Just
know?
as well
about how
catching
many
an
mils
Uber
in
home.
it? In it.
Wow.
Yeah, we're Ubering tonight.
Super Malta. But you know what? Sorry. I'm buying the Guinness Malta at the till in Tesco's or
Okay.
wherever. And I'm getting the tell and they're telling me about the thing, red lights flashing, telling me about verify it because it says Guinness. I'm like,
Oh, what, your
there's no
age?
alcohol in it. Can you not see that it says non-alcoholic malt drink?
Yeah. Oh, what super malt? you
Yeah, but they
buy?
don't get it. Some people.
Yeah,
they
that's
don't
so
see it.
strange. I've had that before as
What?
well.
Super malt?
Yeah,
because it says non-alcoholic, but they always like ring up or they say
because
something.
it's the brand Guinness, it's
Yeah.
just flagged up as Guinness. They obviously ain't read the bottle when they're putting it into the system.
About times when because especially when I was pregnant, I loved a super malt. Oh my gosh, that was one of my thing.
Yeah.
Not just the normal super malt, but obviously getting on the bus and you're pregnant, drinking this out of the bottle.
back then,
People used
no.
to think it was beer.
Not back then, but super malt tasted like.
Till next time, we're gonna catch you on the next episode of the Random Podcast Show. So from me, it's goodbye to the next episode.
Later.
Bye. Have a good weekend.